the Sports Social Club with Alex and Jess. I'm Alex.
I'm Jess.
And what do we have to talk about this week? We have got the NHL and NBA playoffs. They are both in game 5 or somewhere around that. And because NBA game 5 tomorrow, series tied
Yes.
2-2. Thunder won the last one in Indiana, so that was pretty great for them to win one on the road.
Huge.
I watched a little bit of it, like I was watching some and then I was going away, and at one point it was getting closer to the end and I think the Thunder were down by like at least 10, and I was like, this doesn't even matter anymore, like they're gonna lose, whatever, but they ended up winning and I did watch it. So what were your thoughts about that game?
Terrified. Literally the way they've been playing makes me so, I'm angry, I'm happy, I'm sad. I go through all the stages of grief, all in one. And so, but last game was a lot better. I felt a lot better about it, but, I don't know. We seem to be able to get a lead and then we can blow it so fast, and the Pacers, you can't do that against, or they take advantage of it. But this game, we were able to pull it out of our ass at the end, and save the day.
I don't watch a lot of the NBA, so you might have an answer to this, but I feel like they have been reviewing so many possible flagrant fouls. Does that happen all the time, or is that just a this series thing?
It's playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, playoffs, because it matters.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing here? And they're all like, oh, okay, did they have a wind up? Did they have intent? Did they have
all this kind of started on that shit.
And that, I think it was the first one, I don't remember what game it was. It was against the Pacers when he came up with his hands like this and then came down.
Went down.
And they ruled it no. But the announcers were like, bringing his arms up here was the wind up.
Yeah,
I was winding and then going down. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then
screaming at the TV.
Was that the same guy that ended up getting one?
Yes,
in another game. Okay. Yeah.
So no, that
I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Furious, because I was like, how are we not calling this like a flagrant one? I wouldn't say flagrant 2, because I don't think, usually a flagrant 2 would be if he grabbed him and threw him down. But like that should have been a flagrant 1, because he literally jumped out, and they were like, oh, maybe he didn't jump like as far, because if you leave your feet and come on them, then that's would be a flagrant 1. But he did jump. I'm like, dude, this dude is like 6'5". Yeah, his jump is gonna look different than our jump, but he jumped. His feet were off the ground and coming down on him. I was furious at that one.
I was like, what are we doing? Like,
this is
like, and Cody, I think Cody was the one who said it. He's like, there sure is a lot of contact for this non-contact sport of basketball.
There is. Playoffs, it gets crazy, and there's a lot more like reviews for flagrants and everything, because all the calls matter so much more rather than in the regular season, where you're rare, like you see it, but like it's usually because people hate each other, not because, okay, we're being so physical that we're gonna actually foul this hard. But playoffs, they go hard, but they need to actually follow through the flagrant calls and say that it's a flagrant 1 or 2, instead of being like, no foul.
Yeah, I feel like because of how much I don't watch the NBA, there's just been so many things that I've been like seeing or like just noticing about the game, and I'm like, oh, this has changed since like I've been watching. Like the fact that they're like playing music during play, I'm like, what? Hate that. And then another one was like, oh, like if it's an off-ball foul, you're getting 1 shot or something like this. I'm like, what are these new rules that I'm like, I don't know how long these have been going on, but like clearly that shows how little I watch the NBA, because I'm like, what's going on here?
No, it's definitely changed over the years, because they're trying to make it more interesting, and it's one of those where people are going to always love the NFL. They're always going to love, like, especially you have your hockey fan base that's going to always love hockey. You have your NFL, everyone loves the NFL. But basketball, though, you really got to have it be exciting for people to stay engaged, or you're going to die off like baseball. And so that's why they add all these new things, and you can challenge fouls, and you can challenge to say there should be a foul, and like things like that, where it's like, it sounds stupid, but like it can make it a little more exciting, rather than, I don't know, not having anything at all and being like old school, because our parents are going to be like, oh, that's so like stupid, but for us, it's like, we got to have this.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you definitely see like within the last few years, I feel like the NBA was really starting to like fall off with
Hmm.
like how much people are caring and watching all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that they're adding in all these new things to try to get new fans and like keep them engaged and all that kind of stuff. I remember I saw something the other day and it was like someone was really new into hockey and they're like, "Wow, like I never realized like when you go to a hockey game like how many people are wearing jerseys, you know, as opposed to like other sports. Like yeah, they might be wearing like a shirt, a sweatshirt, maybe team colors, whatever, but like at hockey, like the number of jerseys people are fans are wearing compared to like other apparel is like
Yeah.
massive. And they're saying because like hockey fans, you are like a die-hard hockey fan or you don't care about hockey.
Yeah.
Like those are like your two big categories.
Yeah.
And I feel like so like hockey is not necessarily worried about like getting all these new fans. Like
Yep.
sure, you know, when you introduce like the PWHL or you're introducing a new team, like that kind of stuff, yeah, you're trying to bring in new fans to that specific fan base. But like for the NBA, they're like people are stopping to care about the NBA in
Mhm.
general. They're like we got to do something to change it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's for sure. And it's funny. It's kind of funny you say that because, like, at the Stars games, like, you can always tell the beginning of the season is your diehard fans that are
mhm.
watching it or going to the games. And then as you get closer to the playoffs, if the Stars are doing good, you see all the corporate bros start showing up
Yep.
with their girls. And you can tell the girls are wearing the dresses by the
Yep, yep.
ice. And, like
I'm
if
like
you're
you're not
normally
normally here. You're not
no,
normally
but
here.
they're gonna go because that's the only thing to do in Dallas because the Mavs suck, and so
Yeah.
the Cowboys are out, and so. But then you have diehard fans like us who always you're gonna have multiple jerseys. You're gonna
Mhm.
have like you're gonna come in looking like we do,
Yeah.
and like just roll up and not have makeup on to go to a game. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, but no, I will say though that the Thunder for basketball, I like these small market teams though, because like if you've noticed at every playoff game for the Thunder, they all wear the playoff shirt.
Yeah, I think
They
they
can
did it
do
at the
that.
Pacers too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Pacers are another because
Yeah.
they're both small market teams, whereas like the Lakers, oh my
Mhm.
God, they
No.
can't give out shirts. They have to give out towels, and even then, people aren't gonna wave the towel because it's
Yeah.
like they're so different, so corporate, so money that it's
Mhm.
not a diehard fan base.
Yeah.
But
It's one of those like, oh, let's go to the game because it's something to do, not because we
yes.
actually care about the team, you know.
Yes, exactly. Just like yeah, Lakers and the Knicks have like celebrity row on
Mhm.
the front row, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and at Oklahoma City, our celebrities are like old players that come back.
Right. Cody and I were talking about this the other day and we're like, who would be the celebrities in Oklahoma City? And we're like
Mhm.
former OU people.
Yep.
Yeah, we're like maybe like some OSU stars. It's
Yep.
like it's people who were big in college and then
Hmm.
did nothing, or
Yep.
big in college and went to the pros. But
Yep.
it's not like famous people are living in
Yes,
Oklahoma.
for real, for real. Like Kristen Chenoweth, she's
Yes,
from Tulsa.
huge Thunder fan.
Huge Thunder fan, doesn't go to the games. She's not
Right.
going to Oklahoma City. She's watching at home.
Yes, I
Like
wish they would have brought her in to sing the national anthem or
that would have
something
been
like
amazing.
that.
Oh my God, but they can't afford her. That
Yeah,
would have been
like
amazing.
Carrie Underwood. Is she coming to
Yes.
a game? Probably
Yeah.
not.
Reba.
But
Like you're not getting
so
any-
country music stars
Like
or
Shelton.
former college athletes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Baker Mayfield. I will say Kyler Murray has come to a few of the Thunder
oh, has
games.
he?
Yeah, and like Baker is another one that I would say. But like other than that,
I was like Blake Griffin, like
yeah,
where?
yeah.
But I'm like,
Where is he?
is he still playing in the NBA?
No, he does commercials now.
Okay, so yeah, he could be coming.
He's analyst. Yeah, yeah, he could be coming. Like anyone like that. I mean, if you get OSU people to come, people aren't gonna know who Mason Rudolph is all the
Sure.
time, or Lindy Waters or anyone like that.
Right, right.
But it'd have to be Barry Sanders,
Phil Forte.
Phil Forte. Yes.
Marcus Smart, come on down, man.
Yes, yes. Yeah, but yeah, so I don't know. It's fun to see the small market teams do
Yeah,
well, and
for sure.
yeah, and let's just pray the Thunder get this win tomorrow night.
Right. Game 5,
For my
back in
sanity.
OKC.
Yep.
Hopefully it goes well for you.
Yep, let's pray.
And then NHL playoffs.
Yep.
We just
Have a
game
game,
4?
yes. Yeah, last night.
Yeah. Florida won.
Yes.
They had a big what was the word? Like big loss the other
Yeah.
day when they were ahead by 3 goals
Yeah.
and then blew that lead. Oilers came back 3-0, sent it to overtime, or it might have even gone more because yeah, final score
Yeah, it
was
was
5-4. So there was a couple more goals, but they were up 3-0.
Yeah.
and then blew that lead, a little back and forth, sent it to overtime, and then Oilers ended up winning in overtime in Florida.
Yeah.
That was a big game. And then yeah, last night
Last night
Panthers
was sad.
5-2.
It was sad.
Not so
Yeah.
good for them.
No, and the
Not so
game
good for the
before was
Oilers.
so exciting, but it's like by the time, so I had it on for the first period and I was like, okay, this is, going as expected. I
Yeah.
turned it off for the second and then brought it back in the third, and glad I did, because I was like, oh my God, that's when they started really like turning it on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, last night's was sad. It's, it seems like it's going to be hard.
Did you see the video or the little clip of the guy wearing an Oilers jersey, and then after Brad Marchand scored his second goal that was insane, he like takes off his Oilers jersey and is wearing a Panthers jersey underneath. He's like switching teams.
No.
Oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, that sounds all right.
Yep. It's, yeah. I have a feeling the Panthers. So that was game 5 last night. So the
Mhm.
Panthers could win this easily
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
But they'll play in 2 days on Tuesday. So
Yeah. It's,
back
I
to
don't know.
back.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think just seeing even just in the playoffs, not even talking about like regular season, how much of an impact like Brad Marchand has had on that
Oh,
team.
yeah.
Like that was a huge pickup for them. Clearly, it's gone very well, and so I'm sure. I mean, obviously Boston was sad to lose Brad Marchand, but now
Yeah.
they're probably like, "Gosh dang it! Like we really, really should have kept
Yeah.
that guy."
Yeah, for real, for real. My uncle, he's from Boston, and he loves like Brad Marchand and everything. He's
Mhm.
still rooting for him
Yeah,
at the Panthers. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay.
yeah.
Like, why? So
I
they're
think
rooting for this guy to get a championship, and they think
yeah.
they also are delusional enough to think he's going to come back.
I think he would. I think he would be one of
No
those.
way.
No, I think he would do one of those things where he's like, I want to retire in
Oh,
Boston.
yes.
He's not like coming back long term. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
like either a fine like a 1 year
one day.
final either 1 day retire
1
as a
year.
Boston Bruin, or like a very final like I'm going back for my last season
Yeah.
as a Boston Bruin. But
I
like
could see that.
long term, no. Ain't no
Yeah.
way.
No.
But he's also getting older, so like we're running out of time.
Yeah, he's gotta hurry up on that. Another person though that's apparently might be coming back to an old team, Russell Westbrook might be coming
Really?
back. Yeah, he opted out of his player contract this past week, and rumor is he's coming back to Oklahoma City next
Interesting.
year to retire as a Thunder. So just a heads up, everyone.
Also, speaking of former Oklahoma City players, did you see that Kevin Durant's former home was listed in OKC, and to get attention for it, it was listed for $35.
What?
Yes, like it's
No
clearly
way, 'cause
like
no
clearly
one
it's
wants
not
that
clearly
home.
it's not going to be $35.
Yeah.
But like that was like the actual listing price was $35.
That's
so that it could like get a
wild.
lot more attention for
That's
people
great
to
because
come
no
and buy
one
it.
wants it.
No.
Yeah.
And I was
No
looking
one
at it,
wants
I'm
his
like,
house.
this isn't that nice.
No,
Like-
it was a very basic home.
Yeah, I was like, y'all, this house ain't doing nothing for me. So,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I don't know if I would pay $35.
Wouldn't even pay that. Especially not to live in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So game 5 for the Thunder tomorrow. Game 6 for hockey on Tuesday. So we'll have some updates. We should know next Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure who
has won for both.
Who won both?
Yeah.
I think.
Yep. Yeah, because let's see, the Thunder, so game
Let me
5
see.
tomorrow, and then 3 days later would be
Pulling it
Thursday,
up.
maybe.
I know math. Come on, show me the NBA. Where is it?
Let's see, I have it right here. So Thursday. Oh no. So if we go to
it
game
could be
7,
could be a game 7 next
it could
Sunday.
be next Sunday. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's insane.
Which honestly, at this rate, that'll probably happen.
I have a feeling it will.
But for hockey, if they had
It'll
a
be
game,
done.
Yeah, it'll be done. Because game 6 and then game 7 would be on Friday.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Mhm.
Other sports going on. It's currently the U.S. Open in
Mhm.
golf.
Yep.
I haven't been keeping up with any of that.
Yeah.
Cody
it's
said they were playing somewhere in like Pennsylvania
at
or
the
something.
Oakmont.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he said that it's like uh like it's been like really hard for the
Mm-hmm.
players because he was saying like, you know, normally the cut is like something like a +1, +2 or
Yep.
whatever. And there were people already at like +8 and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, what the heck is going on? He was like, yeah, it's unnecessarily difficult.
It's so hard. And this is a hard course in general, but the way that the grass is, like it is, the greens are they were so thick that they had to
Mm.
have so many people mowing the yard, like mowing the yard, mowing the
In the yard.
course like over and over again on Thursday even leading up and
Wow.
on Wednesday and like it's really it is hard but it's kind of exciting because then it's like it makes it a lot harder and um more exciting to watch when they do well because it sucks when like Scotty Scheffler goes like
Yeah.
17 under like it's stupid
Yeah.
so
Looking at the scores right now, I don't even know who some of these people are. But you've got Burns in the lead at -4,
mhm.
Scott -3, Spawn at -3, and then our guy, Victor
Mhm.
Hovland, in fourth at 1 under.
Yes,
Shout out OSU. So
yes.
hopefully he does well. They're
Hmm.
all teeing off in the next like 30 minutes or so
Yep,
for the
yep.
final day.
So yep, let's hope
Purse
Poppy does well.
$21.5 million dollars. That sounds
It's
nice.
easy money, easy money. That's what I make in a week in Monopoly money.
Yeah, right.
Not even that, but yeah. So that's going on right now. Yeah, the College World Series is going
Yep,
on.
yep. We've got so today is our first elimination game between Arizona and Louisville. Um, Loser of that will be out. Winner moves on. And then we've got second game. It's a double elimination round, so they still have a chance to move on, both of them. But Coastal Carolina versus Oregon State.
Yep.
Then tomorrow we've got Arkansas. Murray State is an elimination game, and then moving on no matter what, UCLA LSU. Have you been watching any of that?
I watched the first day,
Okay, Friday.
but yeah, I have not been keeping up with it ever
Mm-mm.
since then.
Yeah.
But I am going to end up having to put it on today because there's not really going to be much on after the F1 race. But
Yeah.
yeah, I will put it on. I'm rooting for Murray State.
Hopefully, I mean they'd have to beat Arkansas to
Yeah,
move on.
yeah,
So, and
it's gonna
Arkansas
be.
is the number
Yep,
3 seed. So,
yeah, it's gonna be hard.
best
Either
of luck
that or
to
Coastal
them.
Carolina would be fun.
Yeah, I think Coastal Carolina has the best chance.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they actually have a better record than Oregon State,
Hmm.
even though they're the lower seed that they're playing. So that game's
Yep.
at 4 here, so 6 o'clock for you.
Yep. And for those that pay attention to the shot challenge at Rocco's,
Mm. Yeah, what do
LSU
we
is
got?
currently in the lead.
By a
Uh,
lot?
well, so they were up by like 5,000.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
So yeah, they're up there. LSU and then Murray State is in second.
Oh, wow. Shout out to
Hmm.
them.
Yep. Way to
Let's
drink.
see. Okay, yes. It says, oh, as of 40 minutes ago. Was that the recent one that you saw?
No, that was I saw last.
Okay. Okay, so it says, as of 40 minutes ago, the pace has slowed a little. Maybe the hangover or maybe just fans gearing up for the long haul. Let's see. Who do we got? So, for anyone unfamiliar, there is this, I don't know, bar or
Yeah,
somewhere
Rocco's.
near the stadium, I'm assuming, in
Yep.
Omaha, called Rocco's, and they do a Jello shot challenge, and every Jello shot is $5, and they track, for those watching it, I see if you can see it, they track on a whiteboard all the schools that are in the College World Series, and then they keep track of how many people from each school buy Jello shots. So yes, in the lead is LSU with 10,864. In
Hmm.
second place is Murray State with 5,754. So a big drop off there, about 5,000. Then right underneath them, though, is Arkansas at 4,999. Who stops at 4,999?
I know
Someone
it
needed
doesn't
to
buy an
take one
extra.
more.
Like what the heck?
um, in last is UCLA with only 798.
Yeah, that
Slackers.
lame.
Wow.
Yep. Did you ever
So
go to
yeah,
Rocco's when you were there?
no. I don't even
Okay.
know where that is. I'll
Okay.
have to look it up. Yeah, I was technically so I went to grad school in Omaha, but I was never in Omaha during the College World Series
Oh,
because I
okay.
started school in July
Yeah.
and so I missed it. And then my second summer there was I was doing an internship in Dallas, so I wasn't there. And then third year, I graduated in May, but it was also
Mhm.
COVID, so I just
Yeah,
like came home. So I
that's
don't even know
right.
if there was a College World Series that year, but
That's right.
yeah, so but I have been in the stadium because I did a rotation with Creighton baseball, and that is their home field.
That's
So
awesome.
it is
That's
a
a
very
great
nice
home
state.
field.
It's a very nice stadium.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Is it on their campus?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It's like
It's a separate
it's
location.
downtown. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think it's
Nice.
kind of near whatever the basketball arena as well. So, but I mean, like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like where Creighton plays and all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff. But I mean, in general, Creighton itself is downtown Omaha, so
Okay. I
it's just all kind of downtown.
think it'd be fun to go to the tournament one day
Yeah, for sure.
if OSU's ever in it. So,
I mean, they have been,
yeah,
but
forever in it again.
yeah, one day, one day.
Yep.
Um, Other sports news. Right now the NCAA track and field championships are going on in Eugene. I'm pretty sure, as always. Um, but I think OSU's been doing somewhat well. I think they won in like the men's 5,000 or something like that. But one thing that I saw that was big was Savannah Sutherland from University of Michigan broke Sydney McLaughlin-Lavroni's 400-meter record that she set when she was racing at Kentucky.
Oh my
So that
God.
was big. Um, for those unfamiliar with track and field, Sydney McLaughlin-Lavroni is like
A god.
without a doubt like best women's 400-meter runner out there. She has set countless world records. Basically every time she sets a world record, she's just breaking her own previous record. Um, she's insane. I don't know how many medals she has, probably a lot. Recently, she started branching out and doing some other things. Like she ran the Open 400. I think she ran something like the 100 the other day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's just like, let me dabble in this, dabble in that.
Yeah.
But 400 hurdles is her race, and she is makes it look effortless. So the fact that this woman broke her NCAA record, I don't know what like how much she broke it by. But like watching the video of her breaking it, like she is like at least 50 meters ahead of everybody else. Like it was not
Oh my
close.
God.
So basically it was like young Sydney out there doing her
That's
thing.
insane.
So that was crazy. I'll have to look up and see like how much she beat it by. But looks like
Yes.
Sydney might have some competition coming up in the future.
Heck yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah. Um, I feel like something else happened. Well, we had the French Open the other day. I don't remember if we talked about it or not. Coco Gauff won, which
Hmm.
was cool. She was the first American woman to win the French Open since Serena won it 10 years prior. So that was
Yep.
great for her. And then I believe Carlos Alcaraz won for the
Yeah,
men.
in an
It was,
insane match.
and it was really long. It was like 5.5 hours.
Uh-huh.
So really long.
Yeah.
People don't, I feel like, don't give tennis players enough credit for like how much endurance they have to have. I mean, like they were playing tennis for straight 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like you've got a little minute break here, minute break there, but they are constantly moving.
We literally put it on. I came in here, we ate breakfast, came in here, did the podcast, went back out there. My mom and sister came over, had lunch with them. We went on a walk, came back, and still got to watch at least the last few sets. So it was
That's
like
insane.
the day was moving, but the tennis was
They're
still
still
on.
playing, still playing. That's wild.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else big in
Starting right now
sports.
is the F1 race.
There we go in Canada. Is that
And
correct?
Montreal. Hmm.
Wow, wow.
Yes, yes. So that is happening right now. That's exciting. It hasn't
Very
started
exciting.
yet. They're about to go on their formation lap, but yeah, it's exciting
I'm
time.
sure. I'm sure there'll be a crash within the first
Oh,
30
definitely.
seconds.
At the Wall of Champions, there will be. They all smack into it.
Every time.
Yep.
I don't know if there's anything else of significance.
Mm-mm.
I'm looking. Oh, the PWHL had their expansion draft the other day.
Oh,
So PWHL Seattle and Vancouver, they both got to pick. So they got to sign like a few people initially, and then they went through like the whole like back and forth in the draft situation. And the first player that was signed with PWHL Seattle was Hillary Knight from Boston. So huge pickup. She like when you think of USA women's hockey, you think of Hillary Knight
Yep.
because I don't even know how many Olympics she's played in, how many medals she
Yep.
has, how many like just things she's done, her accomplishments, whatever. Um, but
Oh,
she's insane, so that's huge.
that's crazy.
People are like, I mean, Boston's definitely upset because she was their captain,
Yeah.
and they specifically left her like unprotected. I don't know
Yeah,
if
why
something.
did they?
I don't know. I don't know. So like she had said that I think maybe this upcoming Olympics 2026, I think she made an announcement that was like this is her last Olympics that she's playing in. So I think she's
Um,
like I don't know if she's on the edge of like going towards retirement or whatever.
yeah.
Um and or if something just happened where she was like she saw that, Seattle existed and she's like, "Hey, like I would really like to go play in Seattle." She's from Idaho.
Oh, okay.
Um
So closer.
so yeah, so closer to home. She was saying stuff like, she made like little videos being like, "Oh, Seattle's so excited to come play for you guys." And she was saying things like, "Oh, like Seattle has such a special place in my heart, blah blah blah." So I don't know like
Hmm.
what her experience is with Seattle, but like she has some sort of tie here.
Wow.
So maybe she was like, like I really want to
Want to go
go.
there? Yeah.
And they let her. So
Nice.
yeah, and then they got to like some other big people. Um, I can't remember off the top of my head, but basically, they get to pick from like all these different unprotected people. So they have their first like 10 people or something like that, maybe more. I don't remember. And then yeah, different people are getting hired, like general managers hired, I think coaches hired. They just posted their head athletic trainer position today. And Cody was like, "Are you gonna apply?" I said, "I don't want to be the head. I'll be an assistant." So
No, Alex.
well, I don't even fit their requirements. I need a minimum of 3 years at elite level hockey, which I don't have.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll apply when it's the assistant position is
Assistant
posted.
position. Okay,
Yeah.
deal.
Okay.
Deal. You better apply.
Okay, I will. um, but I think that's about it that we got going on with sports.
Yep.
Outside of sports, what are you watching? What are you doing? Anything?
Oh, we're at a sad time in our lives where there's not much on. Um, like yesterday we were watching movies. We watched the Alien Romulus movie.
I've never heard of that.
And and it's a new Alien movie that came out last year. I'm trying to think, what else did we watch? I've watched so many like shows on like Netflix and different things
Hmm.
recently where it's like they're a limited series, and I just like killed them like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
right out the bat. But nothing that's like, oh, I watched Sirens, that was the other
Oh yeah.
day, and then um, oh, there's another one, but I forgot what it's called.
I
Yeah.
just
Anyways,
saw I
what
saw the
we,
new Lilo and Stitch yesterday.
how was
It
it?
was pretty good. I would say that it was definitely like there was some parts that I felt like were more emotional than the first one. I don't know if it's just because they're like real people instead of cartoons or what. And
Yeah.
then there was some different changes in it, like nothing that was like, oh my gosh, like this ruined the movie or whatever. But so Jumba, the guy who created 626, he's played by Zach Galifianakis. So
Hmm.
like he doesn't have an accent like he does in the movie. Where I was like, I feel like
Oh.
that's like part of his character, Like he has
Yeah.
this kind of like crazy accent kind of thing. So he didn't have that. And then, in the original movie, the Cobra Bubbles is like just like the really the main social worker or
Hmm.
whatever. But in this one, they added in like an initial social worker who's a woman, and then Cobra Bubbles comes in later. And the woman is the woman who played the sister in the original movie, like voiced the sister. So
Oh,
that was kind of cool.
that's cool.
It's like still connected there. And then there was
Yeah.
like a little bit of a change at the end.
I heard a lot of people are upset with the end.
If okay, so are you gonna see it?
I no.
Okay, so spoiler alert
Yeah.
for anybody who is planning to see this movie and is not. So people, Cody included, was telling me like people were so upset about the change in this
Hmm.
movie. And so I was like going into this being like this ending is going to be horrible whatever. It wasn't that bad. Okay?
Hmm.
So basically in the movie, obviously like there's a whole thing of like, oh, does the sister Nani have to give up Lilo because she's like they're having a really hard time with like the parents who've died, and is she going to be able to hold custody of her, whatever. Anyway, and so in the end of the original movie, it all works out. They stay together. It's great. In the new movie, Nani ends up going away to college to become a marine biologist. And
In
everyone is
California.
like, in California, San Diego. They live in Hawaii, obviously. UC San Diego. And so everybody is like, oh, like, this is ridiculous. Like, what about Ohana? Nobody gets left behind. Listen, okay? In the movie, she ends up staying with David and David's mom, who are their neighbors. Like, they're all still together. And in the movie, they have this, like, blaster gun thing that, like, opens up portals. And Lilo has the gun. And so they open up a portal so Nani can portal straight into Lilo's room.
Yeah.
Like, they're FaceTiming, and then the portal opens, and then, like, Nani just, like, comes into the room, like, right then. And I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that bad. They're like, she abandoned her. I'm like, she's right there. She's trying to make a better life for them. She has to go get her degree to become a marine biologist.
But why can't she do marine biology in Hawaii?
Because she was accepted into UC San Diego for a full ride. She wasn't accepted in Hawaii.
Not into the University of Hawaii at Manoa.
Maybe they don't have a good marine biology program that was willing to give her a full ride. She needed that. They have no money.
Mind-blowing to me that she couldn't stay there and do marine biology.
I don't know. Maybe it was too expensive.
Okay, it could have been. It could have been. Now they don't have money for I guess she doesn't have to fly.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not too expensive. Just,
full ride, no flights.
Okay, no responsibilities because you're not taking care of her anymore.
Exactly, it's fine.
It's nice. Okay, it's not too bad.
But it was. I mean, overall, it was a good movie. I want to see the new How to Train Your Dragon that just came out a couple days ago. So
I do want to see that too.
Supposedly, it's like pretty close to identically matching the original one. So, I mean, the same guy did the music. The guy Gerard Butler, who played the dad, voiced the dad in the original, is playing the dad in this one.
Oh, yay!
So, I have high hopes. Hopefully, it's good.
Heck yes. Okay, good. Yeah, I do want to see that too.
Yeah, so should be good.
Oh.
That's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Great. Okay. Well, until next time, this was the Sports Social Club with Alex and Jess. I'm Alex.
I'm Jess.
And we will see you in the next episode.
Yes, bye.